Right now, we're following breaking news of a deadly shooting. San Antonio police are on the scene near Roland Avenue and Pecan Valley Road.
Yeah, that's on the city's east side. The night team's Patty Santos is there for us tonight live. Patty, what have you learned at this point?
Yeah, police telling us the victim ran across this yard here, jumped over this fence. When he made it across, that's when he was shot multiple times. His body is still laying just a few feet away from us. Now, at this cross street, Roland and Pecan Valley, the scene is still very active. The road is still closed, although this happened just a few hours ago. Now, we know that two people, a man and a woman, are in custody. Those two, according to police, are in their late teens. Police say they did find a gun nearby. And right now, police are talking to those people, trying to find out what happened and how they know each other and who pulled the trigger. We did see police trying to talk to people who live at the apartment complex, at a business across the street, and also at a laundromat. They're also looking for surveillance video that could tell them exactly what took place here. We're going to continue to gather more details for you and bring you that on KSAT.com. We'll send it back to you.
Patty Santos live. Thank you, Patty. New on the Nightbeat, several teens accused of being behind drive-by shootings and chases in stolen vehicles.
That's right. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says there's been a string of incidents in just the past 2 months, all of them linked to one home. Investigators say they've been watching a northeast side home on Estrad Trail right behind Walmart. The sheriff says the home has also been the target of drive-by shootings. In one case, investigators say that someone opened fire while the neighbors were outside.
Next door, there's a little girl about 3 years of age in the driveway, broad daylight. I believe it's grandpa putting up Christmas lights, and all of a sudden a drive-by shooting happens at the house. People come from inside the house and start shooting back at that car, and this little girl was in the crossfire. Thank God she was not struck. Thank God we don't believe anybody else was hit in this.
After weeks of surveillance, the sheriff's office says they've arrested more people in the neighborhood. Deputies arrested a 15-year-old living at the home under surveillance for allegedly driving a stolen car.
And just this week, they say another shooting happened where a neighbor's home was hit. Deputies say they arrested a 16-year-old driving a red stolen car and his 16-year-old passenger. Guns also found in this vehicle. There's also a 19-year-old passenger arrested. 19-year-old Sydney Temple faces several weapons charges, including one out of Guadalupe County.
Now, new on the Nightbeat, she was stolen from her own front yard. And now the owners of a missing 8-week-old husky say that they want her to come home safely. The night team's John Paul Barajas explains how they hope to get her back.
That was going to be my brother's dog. So it's very upsetting. You know, I thought he's going to grow up with this dog.
Through her tears, Adelina Ravilla says she has hope that her family's 8-week-old husky Summer will come home. But that hope is fading after what neighbors told her.
They saw somebody come pick her up through the fence. Now I'm realizing that people are real jerks.
Doorbell video from Thursday morning shows a maroon Chevy Suburban with a busted-out passenger window parked across the street. That's when neighbors say a woman jumped out, grabbed Summer, and took off.
It's upsetting that somebody can come in here and take a dog out of your yard.
They just brought Summer home about a month ago, but Jesus Ravilla says she's part of the family and that his kids are heartbroken.
I take her to Target, I take her to get Starbucks, you know, we get little pup cups and all that. A lot of the time she's there and we run and we play fetch and sticks, and the fact that she's probably not going to be there anymore.
The girls tell us they no longer feel safe at home knowing someone can take what isn't theirs, but they do have a message for the people responsible.
Please give us our dog back.
The family says they have filed a police report with SAPD and that investigators have taken that surveillance video and also plan on putting out be on the lookout for or a bolo watch for that maroon Suburban. We reached out to investigators this evening and they tell us at this time there are no updates. At Public Safety Headquarters, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
John Paul, thank you. A doctor who tested an abortion law in Texas is not going to have to file an appeal. Lawyers say that a judge in Bexar County dismissed the case. Dr. Alan Braid ran an abortion clinic in San Antonio, and last year he wrote an article in the Washington Post revealing that he helped his patient in need and intentionally violated a law banning abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Now, that law is enforced through civil lawsuits. And a man from Chicago actually filed a case. The Texas Tribune reports that the judge dismissed the case because, quote, people who have no connection to the prohibited abortion and have not been harmed by it do not have standing to bring these lawsuits, end quote. Now, Texas also has abortion laws that are criminally enforced since Roe versus Wade was overturned. Braid has since closed his clinic in San Antonio, and he's opened other clinics up in New Mexico and Illinois.
Shock and sadness in the sports community tonight. U.S. sports journalist Grant Wahl has died while covering the World Cup. The well-known soccer writer became ill at today's Argentina-Netherlands quarterfinal in Qatar. He wrote that he visited a hospital there earlier this week, but was told that he likely had bronchitis. Wahl made headlines just last month when he was temporarily denied entry to a World Cup match. He said security at the stadium in Qatar stopped him because he had a rainbow on his shirt. That shirt right there. Wahl was 48 years old. Famed basketball star Brittany Griner on a path towards healing. We were there as she stepped off the plane in San Antonio this morning, a day after she was released from a Russian jail. And now we're getting a glimpse into what her life was like behind bars. WNBA star and Olympic gold medalist Brittany Griner back in the U.S. and reunited with her wife after being detained in Russia for nearly 10 months.
U.S. officials who met her on the ground said she was in very good spirits, appears to be in good health.
Griner will go through a reintegration program here in San Antonio. That program helps Americans held captive overseas transition back to life at home. The White House pointing out it'll ultimately be up to her and her loved ones to decide when she'll re-engage in society. In Arizona, her Phoenix Mercury coach overjoyed.
We're just so happy to have her back. You know, this is a time of transition. We really want to lean on her family's wishes and make sure she's getting the support she needs.
Russian authorities sentenced Griner to 9 years behind bars for traveling with hashish oil, an illegal substance there.
Made an honest mistake.
Images from Russian state TV show a part of her life in prison, working and standing next to a bed too small for her 6'9" frame. The U.S. and Russian authorities agreed to swap Griner for convicted Russian arms dealer Victor Bout, though President Biden is celebrating.
She's on the ground.
Stop it.
He's also facing some backlash for not also securing the release of former Marine Paul Whelan, who was accused of spying. The U.S. had called it a sham conviction.
It was either Brittany or no one. That was the option that we were given.
The White House vowing to keep trying to bring Whelan home. Whelan has about 12 years left on his prison sentence in Russia. Russia's president was asked about future swaps between the countries. He was quoted as saying, quote, everything is possible, end quote.
Okay, right now we want you to take a really, really good look at your screen right there. You see that blue car? Barrett County deputies want you to look at it right there and tell them if you recognize it, because investigators believe that the person behind the wheel of that car shot a 12-year-old boy just after 3 this afternoon. Investigators say it happened outside a home on Bear Springs on the city's far west side. It's near Loop 1604 and Highway 90. Deputies believe the 12-year-old boy was involved in selling drugs. An argument then escalated into that boy being shot and ended up in the hospital. So if you can help deputies find their suspect, call that number on your screen. It's 210-335-6000.
12 years old. Also happening right now, the FBI joining an investigation into a break-in at a secured transmitter tower site near Elmendorf. Turns out it's one of several similar break-ins across Texas and the U.S., but it's not clear if there's a link right now. Now, here's a look at the case near Elmendorf. Wilson County Sheriff's deputies want you to take a look at these surveillance images. 3 suspects seen walking around that site early Sunday morning before breaking in and taking some items. If you recognize any of these suspects, give the Wilson County Sheriff's Office a call, 830-393-2535.
And guess what showed up in the pollen count for the first time so far this season? Mountain cedar. We knew it was inevitable. Moderate today at 280. And actually, I do anticipate the cedar count to jump a little bit into the weekend, particularly Sunday, because we'll have that north breeze coming out of the hill country where we have a higher concentration of mountain cedar trees. Just as a friendly reminder, the season is only going to get worse, and it peaks in mid-January and is done by about Valentine's Day, typically. Weekend storms to talk about and our next cold front that you're going to feel in just a bit.
Thank you, Adam. From promises to progress after weeks of delays, work along the St. Mary's Strip moving forward, what the city says residents can expect to see within 2 weeks, and another part of town where construction frustration is still running high.
Yeah, for sure. More construction headaches along North New Braunfels Street, and 1 year in, the work seems far from finished. So we're going to discuss the mixed reaction from neighbors on the east side. It's next on the Nightbeat.
This SA Salutes holiday greeting is brought to you by Gomez Law Firm.
My name is Joseph Gomez with the Gomez Law Firm. This is my wife Lauren and my two sons Jordan and JB. On behalf of everyone here, we'd like to wish our armed forces and veterans a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right, it's supposed to be a sign of better things to come, right? But waiting for construction to end, that's the hard part.
Yep, and neighbors have dealt with construction for more than a year along North New Braunfels Street. The project on San Antonio's east side promises to improve bridges, sidewalks, and streets. But as the night team's Alyssa Cole learned, people are ready to see that promise fulfilled.
Bumpy roads and torn up streets. This is the visible progress made so far in the San Antonio North New Braunfels Phase 1 project between East Houston and Burleson.
It's been like this for a while.
Oscar Castro lives in a different part of town, but when he travels east to drop his daughter off, he compares driving through the construction area to a maze.
I have to kind of circle around through the neighborhood, through different four-way stops and stuff to get to her house, and then try to figure out a way to get back to this main street.
According to records from Public Works, this project started back in November of last year, and it's supposed to be completed by August 2023. We spoke to a couple of business owners in the area, and they tell me off camera it's impacting business, less clientele is coming in. But for some residents, they see the construction differently.
This side of town is blessed because we ain't seen no change around here in a minute.
Ramon Lewis grew up in this area, and he says even though the work isn't done, it's already looking better than before.
All this used to be bad, but now it's coming around, the sidewalks coming through.
And sidewalks are exactly what Lewis is looking forward to.
My wife, she's handicapped, so she got to have accessibility to sidewalks and stuff like that. So that's what I see now, and it's good.
I talked to the spokesperson for Public Works by phone this afternoon. I asked whether this project is still on schedule and when the first phase will be complete. I was told they will work to get me some answers, but at this point, I have not heard back yet. Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
And today we also got an update on that construction on the St. Mary's Strip. This project has caused concerns from businesses who say it's led to a drastic drop in customers and profits. In the next 2 weeks, the city says they plan to begin removing roadway from Valdez to Woodlawn and lay down asphalt in several areas. The project far from over, though. They hope to open the entire roadway after March of next year. That's just the road. After that, they still need to install lighting and landscaping.
Okay, you're going to see a lot of those construction crews all over town because excavation work has started at Alamo Plaza. Archaeologists are looking for remains of the Alamo's original south wall.
A lot of times people come to the Alamo and they think the church is just the Alamo, but it was far larger than that. It was an entire fort and mission.
Yes, so crews are going to work on a 7,500 square foot site and dig 4.5 feet below the surface. And the goal is to help give visitors an idea as to what the front gate looked like around the time of the 1836 battle. The archaeologists are hoping to preserve what's left. And by the way, this dig is expected to last 6 weeks.
Check out Live Cam tonight. A lot of people already enjoying their weekend, and, we can see some changes in the offing, Adam Caskey.
Yeah, we're going to kind of mix things up a little bit this weekend. Not right off the bat, but around the middle of the weekend, that's when we're going to mix it up a little bit. A lot to talk about here. Morning fog, that's going to be a trend. That's going to be daily through Tuesday. Saturday night storm chance, and then a noticeable cold front hits us next week, changing our temperatures quite a bit. So let's talk about our rain chances first. Tomorrow morning, drizzle, sprinkles, more fog, more of the same, just a little bit of nuisance dampness and very light in nature. Saturday night, we're talking roughly between about 10 p.m. all the way through about sunrise on Sunday morning. That's when we have some scattered showers and thunderstorms likely to develop. Here's the big setup and upper level high still over the Gulf of Mexico. Same one we've been talking about all week. We've been warm, well, much warmer than average. It's been feeling like April opposed to December, and all the activity has been deflected around us. This upper high moves south and flattens out quite a bit. Opens the door for our next disturbance. This little ripple in the upper level flow, that little trough near the Baja Peninsula. That's going to head our way and be just enough to help nudge a weak frontal boundary into our neck of the woods and help generate some showers and thunderstorms. So let's get a look at this. Tonight, low clouds filling in. Tomorrow morning, gray, little bit of dampness. Wouldn't be surprised if you see a sprinkle or two on the radar, but don't anticipate much. Then by the afternoon, a few breaks in the clouds, but a fairly gray day. We get into Saturday night. That's when that weak boundary drops in. 10 o'clock, we should start seeing a few showers developing, but midnight and thereafter is where I think we have a better chance of thunderstorms popping up. Not expecting anything severe right now. Mainly think of it as some scattered downpours with a little bit of lightning and thunder. That would be it. Not everybody's going to get it, but if you do and you happen to be in one of the fortunate neighborhoods, could be a quick half an inch, so cross your fingers. This is 5 a.m. and then notice after sunrise, that activity really tapers off and it's going to be a fairly gray Sunday then. All right, let's talk temperatures and what's headed our way. 79, that was our high today. The average being 66 and the record today, 85. Well above average today, well above average through Tuesday. Tomorrow morning, we'll wake up to readings in the mid 60s for most of us. Around San Antonio, about 66 to 67 degrees. You get into the hill country, just a few degrees lower. By the afternoon, upper 70s, even some lower 80s south of town. Pleasanton, Poteet, Floresville, 81 the high. You get to Cotulla, closer to 82, 83. So here's the recap for the weekend. 77 on Saturday, down to 73 for the high temperature Sunday. And our next cold front, that hits Tuesday afternoon. So still humid and unseasonably warm through Tuesday. But by Wednesday, lasting all the way through the end of next week, that's when you will feel the changes. Back to more seasonable weather. Close to average. Highs in the 60s, mornings it's back in the 40s. That crisp, cool December feel will be back in the air. Jacket weather by Wednesday morning.
Love it. Thank you.
All right, Greg, this is an exciting time of year, and for one school, they made history tonight.
Well, Bernie has just been making history as they go through this entire season. Tonight, another first. They're headed to their first ever state championship game after what they were able to do tonight in the Alamo Dome. This was an incredible win for the Greyhounds. When we come back, we'll show you what happened, and the Roadrunners get their river parade tonight. Coming up.
Definitely means a lot. Appreciate the support from everybody in San Antonio. And just a testimony to the city. We got the best city out there.
It's what the five-time NBA champion San Antonio Spurs made famous. A river parade to celebrate a championship. Tonight, the UTSA Roadrunners got their own river parade as Conference USA champions in big board sports. But first, they canceled classes in Tyler so staff, students, and fans could make the trip to San Antonio to watch Chapel Hill face Bernie in the Class 4A Division I state semifinals tonight in the Alamo Dome. The Greyhounds race out to the early lead. Bernie running back TJ DeMint takes a handoff and then goes right up the middle, dives in for the 7-0 score for Bernie. Second quarter, Bernie extends that lead. Quarterback Jackson Bays rolling out to his right, throws back to his left for Houston Hendricks on the wide receiver screen. He goes in untouched, 14-0 Bernie. Just before half, Chapel Hill on the Bernie 1-yard line trying to cut into that lead, but they fumble the snap. Cohen Wolf is there to fall on it and keep the Bulldogs off the scoreboard. Now in the third quarter, the Greyhounds' TJ DeMint hits the hole in the line, and he is off. He's going to go untouched for 82-yard touchdown to put the Greyhounds up 21-0 in the final from the Dome, 35-0 Bernie.
We've worked so hard for this, and it's just awesome to finally pay off. You know, this senior class, we've been together since 7th grade, and we've played every game from football to basketball to baseball to you name it. And it's just really special to finally play with these guys on the biggest stage in Texas.
Our kids executed basically to perfection. I mean, a shutout. I never would in my wildest mind thought we'd shut these guys out. So hats off to our defense. God, what an effort.
Now, a great game also kicked off the state semifinals in the Alamo Dome this afternoon. Number 2, Bernie, taking on number 3, Cuero in the Class 4A Division II state semifinals. Wimberley trailed 27-18 at the half. Before hitting their stride, handoff goes to Johnny Ball. The senior steps out at the tackle and races in for the 64-yard touchdown. Texas take the lead back 31-30. Then on the next offensive possession, Ball gets a handoff again, powering his way through Gobbler defenders. But he loses the ball. It bounces right to Caden Heatley, who scoops and scores. Wimberley threatening to run away with this 42-30. Cuero not done yet. Handoff goes to Tyson Williams. He weaves his way into the end zone for the 17-yard touchdown. Gobblers right back in it, trailing 42-36. They have one last chance to drive in for the win. Same score here, 57 seconds left. Mason Notaro rolls out on 4th and 18, but his pass falls incomplete. Wimberley is heading back to the state title game for the first time since 2019. 42-36 is your final.
It's amazing. I can't even explain it. We just came out and knew we had to come together or lose together. So we came out as a brotherhood like we are, and we just turned the tables.
People out there that doubt us, but these kids and these coaches, they never do. And they just hung in there and fought and got better each and every week like we asked them to do. And we're able to get it done when it counted.
So Wimberley's going, Bernie's going to the state championship game. So is Poe. They beat Harmony tonight, 51-28. What a night for the UTSA Roadrunners, fresh off their second straight Conference USA championship. As quarterback Frank Harris, who had asked the question if they could get a river parade to celebrate another school first. Well, his question was answered tonight when that's exactly what happened. And not just for the football team, the Roadrunners also got to celebrate their Conference USA championship in soccer this season. It all culminated with a trip to the Arneson River Theater where they were greeted by the UTSA band and, of course, their fans. What did the players think of another signature moment in their college careers?
Definitely means a lot. The mayor and everybody who put it together, we definitely appreciate their support for doing everything, and all the fans that came out there showed us support. Definitely means a lot for us.
It's a great feeling, to have the whole city of San Antonio come out and support us. It's like they understand what's happening, that it's rare that to win championship, let alone back-to-back. We really appreciate everyone that came out, and if you didn't get a chance, it's all right. Just catch it, the next game.
How about that? Before the big celebration, Roadrunners got back to work today with their first practices, winning their most recent conference championship to prepare for the Troy Trojans in the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl in Orlando 1 week from tonight. This is their 4th bowl appearance for UTSA in the Roadrunners' short football history, and their second outside of Texas, now looking for their first ever bowl victory. And get this will be the only bowl game that will feature 2 conference champions. Now, there have been reports that head coach Jeff Traylor has been offered jobs at Power 5 schools to leave UTSA. This was his response.
They call and talk to my agent, and my agent calls me, and so I'm good where I am, right? So that's about all I'll say. And I made a commitment here, and I'm still sticking to it, and we just got to hurry. Facilities have got to get there quick. Coach's salary's got to get there. NIL, it looks like, from what I'm reading and seeing, it's getting there. If we get those 3 things, we can stay here, man, and these interviews can be fun for a long time.
All right, guess who's not coming to the Valero Alamo Bowl next? We are getting word today that when Texas faces Washington, the Valero Alamo Bowl on December the 29th, they will be without 3 of their stars. Bijan Robinson, Roshan Johnson, and DeMarvian Overshone are all expected to skip the trip to San Antonio for the game in the Alamo Dome. That's according to Inside Texas, and an indication that they will be preparing for the 2023 NFL Draft. Another college, in this case University, Incarnate Word, is trying to advance in the FCS playoffs. They're in the quarterfinals. They're tied at 14 right now in the second quarter. Good luck to the Cardinals.
Yeah. Go Word.
Go Word. There you go.
The Word.
We'll be right back. So Christmas came a little early to a pair of rhinos at the ZSL Whipsnade Zoo. That's the largest zoo in the UK. Staffers gave a one-horned rhino and her mother big gift boxes. Look at that. They are pretty big. And they were full of their favorite foods. So both mother and daughter were able to enjoy cabbage, carrots, and hay as the cameras were rolling.
Yeah, family-sized gifts. Rhino-sized gifts.
And they tore right into them.
Yeah.
So temperatures, you looking ahead, still spring-like all the way through Tuesday. Then they fall off. By Wednesday and the rest of next week, it's going to be more seasonable. It's going to be what you'd expect this time of year. By the way, a few storms likely to pop up Saturday night into very early Sunday. Don't be surprised if you get woken up from your sleep Saturday night. Otherwise, generally dry.
Thank you, Adam. Have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.
See ya.